Well, yet again, another remarkable season on PGA Tour Champions for Stephen Ames, 3 victories, and he joins us now on Golf Talk Canada. Stephen, welcome back to the show and congratulations on another great season.
Thanks for having me back, Adam.
Absolutely, my man. So, a lot of great Canadian performances in 2024. But I got to tell you, Stephen, you are Golf Talk Canada Canadian Player of the Year. How does that sound?
That sounds pretty good. I didn't think they even recognized that we played in the Champions Tour, but yes, it's obviously it was a good year again, which is nice, and obviously we look forward to the same performance for next year. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, good for you. And 3 victories this season on PGA Tour Champions. Does one stand out to you at all?
Um, no, not really.
Mhm.
The funny thing is how I defended two of my titles.
What do you mean?
One was Atlanta,
Mm.
where I won there by I think 4 or 5 again, and then the other one was at Boeing, where Ernie and I and Stephen Alka were coming down the last couple of holes, and we were all tied playing the last couple of holes, and I ended up coming out on top at the end of it. But and that was also another defending one there. So yeah, so that was the really funny one there. Was how I had two events that I won back to back. So which is very unheard of, obviously. Besides Tiger Woods, obviously.
Yes, besides the
Yeah,
big cat. Oh man, but
correct.
yeah, and you were dominant throughout the season. Not only the 3 victories, but you had a bunch of additional top 10
Yeah,
finishes, 10 additional top 10 finishes. What are some of
yeah.
the major reasons for your consistency throughout the season?
That actually was one of my goals for this year when I finished last year so high and so well. I felt like I wasn't consistent enough. And my goal, I think I mentioned this to you when we did our talk at the end of last year, that I wanted to be a little bit more consistent, knock on the door a little bit more. And the couple of things that I changed the most was just trying to be a little bit more patient with myself,
Hmm.
and which is difficult. I would say, we're all perfectionists in this game, and you kind of have to be a little bit, but at the same time, you don't have to have the perfect golf swing or the perfect game to win. And I realized, look, I've known this for years, but just over the last couple, I realized that I've been beating myself a bit. And I said, you know what, let's just be patient, hit one bad one, keep the smile on the face, and keep moving forward. And I think I did a very good job of that this year. And one of next year's goals is obviously going to be that again, adding obviously a major or two in there, which I'd like to do. Yeah, I
I
know.
can, yeah, I can only imagine the majors is what you want next on the list for you. Now, you mentioned patience, but we always talk about age on this show, and you've had a remarkable run, 60 right now, turning 61 in April. How much is fitness a priority for you, Stephen?
Massive. I am on my off period workouts right now, and I'm 4 to 5 days a week in the gym.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'm hitting it hard. I always do at the end of the year. It's not a welcome feeling on the off days because I'm very sore, but at the same time, that's the benefit of the hard working out. Um, I enjoy it. To be honest, I really do enjoy it a lot. I always look forward to the day when hey, the days I know I'm not going to enjoy going to the gym because I don't feel like doing it. But as soon as I get it and then I start getting into it, it's like, whoa, I go to another level and I actually do a better workout, which I'm sure most people can relate to, those that do actually go to the gym. But I think overall, that is one of the things that I had to be patient with, and also the fact that I had to be very regimented, staying on top of it, even if there are days or weeks where I couldn't do 4 or 5 days of workout, at least get a minimum of three in there. So I've been very good that way throughout the whole
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And a lot of people watching, listening, tuning in can totally relate to the fitness regime, whether they're a
Yeah,
professional golfer or a weekend warrior. Now,
correct.
I mentioned earlier in the interview here that the state of Canadian golf, well, it's pretty good right now. A lot of great performances for Canadians here in 2024. But in your mind, what is the overall state of golf in Canada right now?
Oh, it's gone up through the roof, definitely. I think we have more talent in the tour now than we've ever had. I think back in the days when Mike and I were on tour, there was maybe two others at the most that were on tour. And I can't even remember the names off the top. Graham would have been there with us
Yeah.
out there at that time. Dave was on his way out. All those other guys were on the way out, and we were still looking for talent to come through the door. And then all of a sudden, you see Taylor Pendrith has come through, Corey Connors, Adam obviously is another one that's come through. So I mean, a lot more guys out there now that are like Ben Silverman. I mean, I can go through the list. There are a lot of players out there in tour now from Canada, which is fantastic. It's what we want to see.
100%. Now,
Yeah.
a couple more before I let you go here. As golfers, whether you're a pro or whether you play once or twice a week, we're always trying to get better. We're always trying to find that next little tip to improve. For your game in 2025, Stephen, what areas are you hoping to improve in the most?
Always the mind.
Yeah.
For me, it's a reflective of being a little bit more aware of where I am at the moment. I think everybody does. We tend to wander off into different places. My wandering off is usually to my golf swing, and I'm trying to stay out of it a little bit more. The less technical I am, and the more natural ability that I can be, that I am, my game elevates and goes to another level. So that was also one of the biggest things that I had to change for this year, going into next year. Was something that my psychologist and I have already sat down and wrote out goals for next year and things that we can improve on. And that, to me, it reflected on me with the couple of rums that I was drinking over the fireplace. Those are the things that I needed to change. So, all get better. So those are the things that I'm trying to work on for next year.
I'm glad you mentioned goals for 2025 because you had 4 wins in 2023, 3 wins in 2024. So in 2025, Stephen, what's in store for
Yeah,
you?
I don't know. You know what? At this stage right now, with the age coming on, there are more guys that are coming out of the tour that are younger than me at this stage. I know Stricker's slowing down more and more. Again, Steve Alka had another phenomenal year. Ernie's had another phenomenal year there. We're all knocking on the door more often. The same guys are. So it's going to be hard to keep the game level up there, but it's a goal. Why not? And the fire is still burning inside of me for that to keep going. And for me, I definitely still got that major on the back of my head that I'd like to accomplish, at least one of them, and then go from there. I know I've got the game for winning on any of them. At winning any of them, the PGA, the US Open, specifically the British, which I enjoy the most, where the most adverse weathers are. And so it's something that I've got in the back of my mind, and hopefully we'll conquer some of those things for next year.
Well, it's been a great 2 season run here for you, Stephen. Congratulations on all the success
Thank you.
you've had yet again here in 2024. Enjoy the off season, my friend,
I
and
will.
we'll catch up early in 25.
And you too. Take care of yourself. Thanks.